not a lot is happening with RimWorld at this point, but I do need the extra time to be growing crops, so yeah, any extra time will be good. What have you been up to, Blessed? I can't remember the exact time I last said hello or last got to say hello and stuff. But yeah, our Chaos Senpai has presented himself in chat. The raccoony Lord and Savior still humbles us with his presence. I'm not ripping on you, man. I always love getting to say the bit, it's great. As I'm awake, good to be home again. Nice. Have you been traveling for work? Or you just been working a lot of hours? Because I think it's been a hot minute since I got to talk to you as well. Maybe that missed what's happening with Asora, my colony. Starvation. We moved bases, and I'm still trying to get the food levels up enough to keep everybody alive. So I do have to turn off a couple of things, and I do have to cull a few animals, and I do have to do a bit of crops and stuff. So I know we're making the EMP shells, but I kind of want them to just hold off on production of stuff for a little bit longer so we can make more solar and more other stuff for a minute, Been a while, that's for sure. Schedule shifted for this week so I could catch stream. Nice. I have been very inconsistent in the last week or so. Well, at least in most of March, because I've been taking time off to rig my avatar and stuff. So yeah, I've been taking off a lot of days. I was supposed to have about a week or two ago, I was supposed to have a 4-day week of streaming, and then I had an internet outage, so there's nothing I could do. So we had another short week, and this is the first one we've had since I started for probably a month or so now. So yeah, good to finally get a full week, and we've got a Rim Connect event coming up next month as well, so we'll have another whole week of RimWorld coming up soon, so that'll be nice. So traveling sounds nicer if I word it like that. Oh yeah, mandatory deployment is, I'm gonna say that because I'm that sounds more like what you kind of implying there. But yeah, I Blessed, is your work schedule and stuff, you reckon it's shifted? What's your kind of average? Because obviously I haven't got to hear what's the normal and stuff for a hot minute. So yeah, if there's a shifted out of kind of alignment to be able to catch me and stuff, that's really nice, because it's good to hear from you. I do need to get some people out into these paddocks as well and stealing some more crops off my animals as well, so we'll have to do that as well. I'll also have to go find probably Green or somebody, because Cheddar's already on his way out to do some crops and shit. Deployment actually came home last night. Oh yeah. Well, at least you're back home, so I hope you get some time to rest before you have to do anything else, because I know you work your ass off as well, so yeah, it would be good if you could get some sleep. Right before I sat down to stream, I ate something that I think is irritated my throat. I think it's what's been irritating my throat. I have a small Ziploc of Smarties chocolates in the fridge, and I've been nibbling on them for a couple of months. And yeah, every time I start streaming, I end up with a sore throat. I reckon it's that. Because I just kind of just started, I'm I was fine not 5 minutes ago, and now it's having a stroke about it. You always got plants. You got a 9 on plants. So I've got to also get some people out here. I know you're cooking. Actually, does Kit do plants? She does not. Damn. I was gonna say, I'm if I could get her to do that, we would have all kinds of skills. You're going off to do butchering. Let's not do that. Let's get you to do some harvesting for a moment. I'm also kind of due to be raided as well. It's been a while. It's been like, hang on. It's been like a while since we got raided. Our last one was like the infestation, so I'm expecting horrific attacks soon. Not that I really want that, but at the same time, like, it could potentially damage our like food production and shit, just as a heads up and stuff. So yeah, I had like 3 days home. I remember I was pretty out of it for first stream. Then yeah, your partner ended up responding because you fell asleep, and I was really deeply fucking concerned because to me it sounded like somebody else took over the computer and like responded and shit, right? And I'm like, I really hope you haven't like passed out or died or something, you know, because like it sounds like somebody else has taken over and is talking. And your partner was like, yes, I am actually, I have taken over to like just let you know kind of thing. And I'm like, oh my god, I hope you're okay kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah, that was like the last I kind of heard was like you'd fallen asleep. That was startling because I haven't seen anybody like that I'm aware of take over somebody else's like, you know, conversation and kind of finish like to like I haven't had somebody like drop off like that. So that was a bit worrying. But yeah, it was, I guess, a learning experience from my perspective, I guess. And also very interesting that you and your partner obviously have obvious differences in the way that you like type out a sentence. It's noticeable, at least to me. So I thought that was pretty interesting too, because like not a lot of people realize this, but when people communicate in like messages and stuff, a lot of people tend to struggle with understanding like context and like feelings and emotions and stuff. I tend to pick it up really well. So yeah. There was one where I'm like, I could tell that somebody else was talking, either that or you had a stroke and you decided to start talking in like a secondary person format or something. Because yeah, there was the only two options that passed through my brain at the time. And something went kaboom. Okay, the boomalopes are reproducing. Fine. They can have some of this stuff. I've turned off the stuff that's using my components, which means we should be able to... Oh yeah, Blessed, your guy's still alive too, actually. Hold on. I just realized I'm like, I haven't got to show you your little dude for a bit. Where are you? You're still a doctor. Where are you? You are in here somewhere. There we go. Alright, yeah, you're still a doctor. You have really high animals, higher than your medical, mostly because like we have a lot of animals and I don't have like a lot of medical situations. And health-wise, you've got an itchy scar on your leg. You've had your middle toe cut off, your right pinky's been shot off. Apart from that, you're healthy as fuck. So, yeah. Where are you? I just clicked on you, but I know you just walked away. You said you were tending to Coyote. So you're down here. There you are. You don't have like as much armor and shit, but you do have a helmet. And you do have a spear. So, yeah. Yeah, you're still alive. You're like 53 now. So, I can't remember what you were when you started, but probably up to 17 years younger than that, maybe? Give or take. You came in pretty early. I think you were in like one of the first maps. Orange is confused. That's fine. You could be over there, mate. Let me grab another gardener and I'll keep on. I think Lorena does gardening. Maybe. Yeah, you do gardening. Alright, we'll get you up in here because Acosta's busy and stuff. But, yeah, no, this colony is still going. We're now at over 3 years. This particular save has been going for now. We're at our 4th location. I should catch you guys up with it, actually. Let's get my days off. Just get home either has me pretty out of it or very normal. I kind of figured that you're probably pretty out of it when you do get home and you just kind of like want to chill out and relax until like you get some sleep and stuff. So yeah, I always figure if I see you, I see you. If I don't, I figure you're busy working or trying to get some rest in your time off and stuff. That's kind of how I view it. So, yeah. To catch our anther up just real quick, this is our 4th location. This is Minwick. So, we've only moved here a few months ago, and we are deeply struggling with food. I have literally grown out as many crops as I possibly can, with the view that, like, I need a lot of food. I've even, like, dabbled with, what do you call it? Nutrient paste things for the first time. So, yeah, that's helping. That's helping just a tiny bit. Our food counter, I think it said that we had about, what do you call it? I don't want to click on the conduit. I want to see our food. I think it said we had about a day or 3 days worth of food, give or take, which we've got like 1,600 sample meals. They're starting to stack up, which is good. But we've got hundreds of animals. I haven't done a count, but we're up to 303 colonists. So we have a bit. I am about to cull a couple of animals. Just like individually, I might go through and probably cull them instead of going and picking them out of the pile kind of thing. Just because I want to cut back on just a couple. Like, they're not going to give me a lot of food. What? I gotta, like, I don't know, I may end up going through, like, manually culling them off. We'll see. But yeah, we're still on the way to a landed ship quest at this point. Mostly just trying to balance out how our food and shit works. I reckon keep that on 5. We got... They can probably cull down to 5. Everything else is on 5. That's going to cull us a couple. We leave this on 39 for the moment. I'm going to take them all back by about 1-ish because I don't actually want to be trying to like take care of like 40 of everything at this specific minute. Panthers I'll leave because they will get like trained. Chickens and the horses and shit, I'll leave them because they're kind of low. Cats are fine for the moment. They're too low of a population. The cows can go back by 1. The sheep can go back by 1. And boomlopes, we can go back by 1. I do think a lot of them are pregnant, so when they have their babies, they're going to get culled as well. So we're going to have a couple of big explosions from them. But it'll cull off like 1 round of like all the animals, and that will give us a little bit more meat. I will go select a panther, 1 female panther to get culled, because I do want to backtrack by 1. Rid of you. Alright. And yeah. So, still same colony. Still moving across the world. I think when you last saw this colony, we were like here, maybe? We were there for like a year and something, so I reckon you probably would have seen that. But we're up here now. And, you know, landed ship is just up there, so we've got a couple more moves to go. Every time I move, I try to add something to the colony. In this place, we're trying to add armor. Last place we added, everybody has a weapon and everybody has a helmet of some kind. So, and when I moved here, I changed it that they can't wear tattered apparel under 40-odd%. So everybody's dropped like a lot of their armor and stuff. But I'm also in like a crippling food situation, which is like too real, honestly, because like, yeah, we moved and then we had winter snows here. We had cold snaps in spring for 2 years in a row. So we lost like basically like almost like half of the year in like grow season because of it. So yeah, we are in a very, very delicate state. I think if I hadn't added the nutrient paste things, we might still be on the brink kind of thing. But nobody's pissed off for the most part. We've got like a couple of people are yellow, and then we've got like everybody else is like mostly doing okay kind of thing. The food situation could be helped with importing dumpster pickles. Oh my god, what was I saying the other day? No, I found like a trash goblin thing in Project Zomboid, and I found that and I was like, oh no, it was a loot goblin, and I'm like, this reminds me of my mate Grim. Right, but then you can also get like a raccoon and stuff, and I'm like, if they had like a raccoon version of like, you know, the what do you call it, like the dumpster raccoon kind of thing effect. I'm like, that would work. I'd also put one of them on display as like a reference for you, or if I found like dumpster pickles. I did find pickles in the dumpster in Project Zomboid, and I did remark that I'm like, you know, there's obviously sharing and shit. There's been like some like little like quibs like that here and there, sort of thing, that like I will reference back to the pickles, and I have been free of flying pickles in here for like a good long while. It's been a safe area to be where there's no threat of flying dumpster pickles. It's been fantastic. Nah, those are the good old days. I don't have any problems if you want to come in and throw some pickles around, man. Like, that's never an issue. Like, I know what the deal is. For anybody that doesn't know, like I said, like, Blessed is like a Chaos Senpai. He's been a member of a community from like basically nearly day dot. And I just think he's awesome, right? But he's essentially a raccoon chaos like overlord type thing, a chaos senpai. So yeah, just anytime he's here, there's always like a raccoon scurrying around, or a jar of dumpster pickles being offered up, or whatever. I don't necessarily recommend obviously accepting the dumpster pickles. That's each your own. But like, yeah, if you happen to see pickles flying across the screen at some point, that's what that is. I just wanted to catch everybody else up on like what the deal is, because yeah, I do sometimes like casually just reference little bits and pieces like this, and I don't know if everybody actually knows what I'm on about sometimes, or if it just comes across as like crazy gibberish, which I do think like half the time it comes across as crazy gibberish, but nobody cares. It's fine. Also leaving clean dishes out, they can be easily reached. Oh yeah, oh my god, I remember when you popped into Discord out of the blue, and I had like a bunch of new members just recently join, and you popped in and you were hydrating raccoon in Discord, and you just traumatized like so many of them. I do think a couple of people left. I do think it was still funny. I'm like, if they hadn't seen it before, they have seen it now. Or like the obviously like snacking on your toes and stuff when you sleep, if like your feet are sticking out of the blankets and stuff. So yeah, I will mention any of these things like just randomly, casually in like conversation, and yeah, there's no like specific point of context unless I like aim people back towards like a specific conversation or something. I know Trana is going off to sleep, but when he wakes up, I'm going to get him out here to do the potatoes again. I'm still telling everybody to manually harvest as much as I possibly can, especially at night, because the animals can't get to it, and it just increases our odds of having more food, which we kind of really need. So whenever, like, I know you're going off to rest, but I'll grab you now. What else is happening? We've got some events coming up this year. We have got, in April, we have another week of the building a colony from scratch with RimConnect, and that will be a week-long event where you guys can get to spawn in stuff, and I am trying to build a ship to get off world in that one. So that will be around about the 20th, I think the week of the 20th. Remington's eating that one, we'll leave that one be. We've got a movie night, I think we've got 2 movie nights in May, and I think I'm playing the copycat game in May as well. I legitimately cannot remember what the fuck else. I have it in like Discord and on my socials. I have like this information like written down for you guys to be able to easily see. I just don't remember it all. And also I have been taking off like a considerable amount of time each month to try to work on my avatar and stuff, which I'm still working on, which I think I started working on. I think you may have already known I was working on that. But yeah, each week I'm trying to take off either a couple of days or part of the week, or every so often I will take off like a full week and I will go and do like some rigging and stuff. So yeah, I hope to hopefully finish her sometime. I would like to finish her later this year, honestly, so that I'm not still taking time off to go and do that. But, I mean, it's going to take as long as it takes me to make her, essentially. Let me have some drink. Hold on. Yeah, apart from that, not much else. It's mostly just been... I did finish my playthrough with Diablo. I finished my Kelly playthrough. And I'm on to my Tabby Cat playthrough. But that keeps getting interrupted because I keep taking Thursdays off to do rigging. So that's kind of going a little bit slow at the moment. And what else we got? I guess also I started playing Project Zomboid about a year or so ago, a little over a year ago, which I'm getting places with that I'm actually, yeah, enjoying that. So that's a good thing, I guess. For some kind of absence has turned me into mythical creature. You were always a mythical creature. You were always like, as I said, you always are like, you know, Raccoony, what is it? Raccoony Lord and Savior, a Chaos Senpai, Triantha, and Blessed, you know. Like, you've always had a general mythical status kind of thing. Like, it's just like, what do you call it? Like Gerald when he spins the tail. It's like, I spin you the tail of, like, the Raccoony's, a Chaos Senpai kind of thing, you know? Yeah, no. Even if you're not here, I, like, still, you know, refer to it and stuff sometimes, or I'll see something and I'll be like, oh my god, this game has pickles in it, like with Project Zomboid, and I'm like, oh man, if you know, if Triantha was around, I'd offer up some pickles or something like that. Or you know, if I'm playing a game and I come across something that's got, like, I don't know, something like licking cups, or I don't think I've come across a game where you can lick cups and stuff, but every so often I do think of, like, there was a time when I had your raccoon was on top of my head and I made it look like you were slurping my brains instead of licking a cup. And I remember that really traumatized a few people on YouTube. I didn't mean to, but, like, where I put you, I didn't think of it at first until I, like, looked back. And then I'm like, that doesn't look right. Let me change that, you know? I remember all the Jeff Goldblums. Yeah, there's still Jeff Goldblum. He's still in the wings and stuff. He's one of those, what do you call it, like less kind of cast spells in here kind of thing. But he still exists. I've still got, I have a couple of new outfit redeems on my avatar, on this avatar. I also have an alternate avatar now. I don't fucking know if you know that one. I don't know when I added her in. She might have always been there. But yeah, I also had to change to OBS from Streamlabs again, because Streamlabs just about shat itself. My computer just about shat itself. So yeah, the only thing I could do, because I changed from Windows 10 to Windows 11, and my computer basically just didn't have the extra capacity to run, like, a game and stream at the same time. So I ended up having to swap over to OBS and making everything about as light as possible. And then very recently I've had to get RAM so that I can continue rigging my avatar. So yeah, there's been some upgrades. For anybody that's curious how the RAM may have impacted RimWorld, no effect. None whatsoever. If you guys were ever thinking that it was going to fix something with RimWorld, that doesn't do jack shit. It does help with the avatar though, because Live 2D's got some, like, RAM leakage issues, or, like, RAM build-up kind of issues to it, but it does help me at least do that, so that is nice. But yeah, I don't know. Aside from that, I think I feel like I added some stuff to stream. I am obviously, like, multi-streaming as well. So we got YouTube and Twitch, so people can choose to watch me on whichever platform they prefer to watch and stuff. Obviously, through Twitch, you guys get, like, channel redeems, which allows you to, like, change the outfit of my avatar or hair colors and stuff like that, or all sorts of crap like that. But yeah, I set up a bot to, like, so my two communities can talk to each other and I can see the conversation all at once, so that is nice. Every so often shit breaks, but it's fine. And yeah, I've been kind of like trying to keep my RimWorld colony alive for like 2 months now, I think. 2 real world months. We've been trying desperately to keep this place alive because yeah, food shortages at this scale, even if I was to make 300 meals, that's not even a day's worth of food for my colony. So yeah, it's a little bit, but yeah, the fuck else has everybody been up to? I also hit like fucking 4,000 subscribers or something on YouTube this week. That was mental. I feel like it's been a hot minute since that happened. And I was like, it's one of those like I never know when that's going to happen sort of thing, but I was preoccupied with other shit, and then YouTube's like, hey, did you know this happened? And I'm like, fuck, okay. So yeah, I've had a bit of a month, honestly, both good and bad stuff, you know. But yeah, apart from that, I don't know. It's kind of nice to have a normal week, you know. It's kind of nice to have like the flow of a normal week, because like I've actually been early yesterday and today, and like it's not like I'm not going to do anything with my avatar and stuff this week. This week is for me to watch tutorials and try to catch the fuck up. And also I'm stuck on something that I need to unstuck myself from before I do more rigging next week. So I do have to figure that shit out in the span of about a week, and also kind of like peruse like the next, like as many videos as I can in the span of like Wednesday, which is tomorrow, which is fine. I have like a watch list. I'm gonna sit down and probably watch, mostly probably in bed, because that's the best way to lazily research shit. I literally just like, after I finish streaming, after I finish editing and all the business, right? I don't know, I'll probably have a shower, I'll go lay down or whatever. And then I'll promptly start watching like rigging tutorials for like a couple of hours. And then eventually I'll fall asleep. So that'll be like my tomorrow. Also, I'm aware that like, I've figured out that I think not everybody gets Easter at the same time or something. I did a Google on this, and I don't know, let me know you guys if this is a thing or not. But like, we have like Easter weekend, I think this weekend coming, and I don't think everywhere gets it at the same time. But I'd be curious if you guys do. Cat can do stuff, so it was the other one. Easter is this weekend for me. Nice. I was wondering about that because when I Googled it, because sometimes like I'm not really sure what holidays are like one and the same kind of thing, right? And it was like some places don't have it in the same time frame because like other local holidays and shit happens, and I'm like, that's fair. I just I wasn't really sure. But yeah, at the moment, as far as I can tell, the only reason why I sort of knew it was coming is because everybody in my street has been mowing their lawns all week. And as you guys know, I sleep during the day. So I've been woken up quite a lot this whole week. I've been waking up early and I've been getting up early. Like this afternoon, I woke up at like 1:30. So I've had like 2 coffees today, which I actually haven't had that much coffee recently. But today was I wasn't fucking around with that. I'm like, I normally don't finish editing RimWorld stuff until like, I don't know, 6 or 8 a.m. Something like that. So yeah, if I'm waking up at like 1:30 p.m., I'm going to be awake for a while, you know? I kind of want that coffee. And yes, I still have like, no, not quite 50 cats, but I've at least got like 10, 15 cats running around this place. They're still here. Alright, so that's a good decent amount of crops getting ripped up. And I think they are making like a reasonable dent in the food, because if I can not click on something for a second. We have meat, which must be Boomalo meat, Muffalo meat. Okay, hold on. Let's go over to where I can see this. We're going up in food, okay? We've got meat. We have got 500 more, I think 300 or 500 more simple meals. I cannot remember how many packaged survival meals we had before,